Good morning. I am Stampin' Deanna Blackman, and this is Stampin' Thursday Mystery Make It Together Day. And I love this day. I think it's so fun to create a card together. So I hope that you have assembled your supplies. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to turn my sound off. All right. So here is the list of the supplies. And let's straighten this up. Does crooked drive you crazy? Crooked drives me crazy. So it's either the camera that's crooked or this is crooked. Anyway, so these are the supplies that you need to have gathered together. And if you've joined me this morning, if you are watching live, let me know. Comment. Say hi. Tell me where you're from if you're not local. And just let me know that you're watching. And I hope you have gathered these supplies together. So you need a piece of cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And another piece, the same color, that's 4 1/4 by 6. And this one you're going to score at 3. And then you need some white or some vanilla, very vanilla, depending on what your designer series paper is, at 4 by 5 1/4. And then 2 pieces at 2 3/4 by 4. And then you need one designer series paper, DSP pattern paper at 3 3/4 by 5, and a different one, a different pattern at 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And then you need a sentiment that you've stamped onto a piece of white or very vanilla that will fit on the smaller DSP. You need 2 pieces of ribbon and anything else that you want to embellish it with. So we are going to have fun putting this card together, and I am looking to see, hopefully, if you're on here, be sure and comment. Let me know. I'm assuming that this is live. It says it is, and it's on the right page. So we are going to go with it. All right. So I chose to use the Nests of Winter designer series paper. I always pick my designer series paper first. And that way I can sort of know then what cardstock. I'm sorry, I was trying to make sure that this is live. Yeah, okay. I pick my designer series paper first so that I know what colors of cardstock to coordinate with, and whether I need to use white or very vanilla, and what trim. Yeah, anyway, so I chose the Nests of Winter. And so because of that, I chose gray granite cardstock. So this is my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece. And the first thing that we're going to do is take one of our 2 white pieces, or take our white 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to adhere it right here onto this. So let's get our adhesive and do that. We're going to adhere it right in the center. Here we go. All right, I'll give you just a second to do that. Then we're going to take that 3 3/4 by 5" piece of designer series paper, and we're going to adhere that right on top. Get this part done, and then we'll get on with our building our card. Love this paper. Love the birds. I think I put it too far down. There we go. It's so hard to do it. I'm one of these that has to work on top of my paper to get it straight. There we go. All right. I'll give you a minute to get yours done. Now we're going to take our 4 1/4 by 6" piece that we've scored, and we're going to fold it in half. Fold it on your score line. Get your bone folder and make sure that you've burnished that good. I'm going to do it again. But we're not going to put this piece on yet. We're just going to set it right there. Let's go to the front of our card. So I chose another piece of this same designer series paper, one that the birds were a little more up front. So we're going to put that on the white, one of your 2 white pieces. Okay. Get that on the white. And what we're going to do next is take our ribbon. Now, I'll show you in a minute that I did actually use ribbon on the first card I made. This one I'm using twine, but I'm still going to wrap it around. So what I'm going to do is put a little strip of adhesive right here and right here, because this is where my string, my twine, is going to adhere. And I'm going to wrap this twice. No, that's the wrong piece. It's the bigger piece. You're just going to wrap it around once. If you used ribbon, you're just going to take that ribbon and wrap it around and secure it to the back, just like that. But I'm going to wrap mine twice because I used twine. All right. But either way, you want to do that before you secure this piece down. And I want my crossing to be right there. All right. That's where I want it to be. Now we can put this piece down onto our 4 1/4 by 6" piece. And I'm just going to do that with adhesive. think I've got it. Sticking to my finger, that's for sure. So I'm going to put this piece down, and you just leave a little bit of a border all the way around. I'm not sure I've got that straight, which I don't. Of course I don't. There we go. That one's better. Move it up just, not that much. I haven't mashed down yet, so it's not secure at all. There we go. All right. So you have your ribbon tucked under the white. And now you want to take your second piece, and it's smaller, so what you want to do is just slip it underneath this and tie a little knot right there. I'm going to do yeah, I don't think I have enough to do a double bow. So I'm just going to do that too. I'm going to stick it under here. Whoops. I thought I had enough to do a double bow, but I don't. Yeah, and I did do it a little different with this one, but the first one I made, I used these exact dimensions. So I'm just going to tie mine into a bow and put it right there. And I think I'll trim this edge off just a little bit. Yeah, after you make several, then you begin to take some liberties with them. And I wanted to use twine instead of ribbon because I wanted my bird to show. Next, you can put your sentiment over your ribbon, or you can put it anywhere on here that you want. And I think I'm going to do mine right up here. I think I'm going to do my little thanks right up here. Well, or maybe right down here. I don't want to cover up my bird. I used the Unbounded Love die, but I only did one end because I knew I was going to butt this end, or I thought I was going to butt this end up to the edge. And I've got a little bird that I cut out, and I may put him right up here on a dimensional. I'll move this up just a little bit, and I'll put my thanks right here on a dimensional. So let me grab my dimensionals. And I'm going to cut my thanks. I'm going to cut it right there. So I want it there. Okay. Need to even it up just a little bit. There we go. Hi, Trudy. Thanks for watching. Are you making one with me? Did you get your supplies together? And if not, you can always do it later. Let me, I'm going to put my thanks right there. Get it even. And then I'm going to put a dimensional under my bird and add him to my card front. I'll put him right there. All right, So we're through with that part. And now for the inside, using the other piece of white or vanilla, the 2 3/4 by 4, I went ahead and stamped a greeting inside mine. And I'm going to put that in. I like to do this before I secure it onto my card front, because if I mess up, then I can fall back and do it again. All right, this is going to go right inside here. There we go. And now this is ready to go on the front of the card. And I'm just going to use adhesive for that. And, you know, that is pretty much this card. I love that it's simple and yet it's different. I think it's attractive. All right, let me scooch this up just a little bit. There we go. So thanks. Your friendship means everything. If you wanted more space than this to write, then you could put white paper on the back. But that's it. That is our card. So, we used 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 base. This is the base. And then 4 1/4 by 6. That's this piece. And scored at 3. And then your white is a mat here and a mat here and inside. Then your designer series paper, the larger piece, the smaller piece. Your sentiment, your ribbon, you could put gems on the front. I didn't on this one. I didn't think it needed it. But let me show you a couple of others that I did. So this is the first one I did. And you can see where I did the ribbon. I tied my knot. I put my sentiment. And I put it over the ribbon. And when you do this, you want to put your dimensionals at the top and at the bottom so they go around your ribbon. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. May all your wishes come true. So that's the first one I did. And this one is using the Wildly Flowering designer series paper. Love that paper. All right, there's that one. And then this one, I used the Splendid Autumn designer series paper. And I have to tell you a trick that I did on this one. I wanted this centerpiece to just kind of flow into, I wanted it to be a part of the background piece. So I took my die and I cut it out of the middle of my background piece. So there's a hole underneath this, but it doesn't show. And so I used the piece that I cut out of my background, I used it on the front. And you can see it flows. You can see the stream, and you can see the colors that flow into each other. So just a little trick on using that scenery paper. So thanks, your friendship means everything. On this one, I used Cajun Craze and Copper Clay. So I wanted to do a fall one, and then I wanted to do a Christmas one. So this is my Christmas one, and this is using the Humble Home bundle, and the Take a Bow paper. Take a bow paper. Anyway, it's that paper. Merry Christmas from our house to yours. And I did use Early Espresso. I cut the house out of Early Espresso, and then I white embossed. I stamped it using using Versamark and white embossing powder. And the little peppermint gems. So that's that one. A fall one, a Christmas one, a couple of regular ones. Here we go. Using these dimensions. So I will be putting this on my blog, and you'll have access to the dimensions there. I'll also be transferring this video over to YouTube. So you'll be able to see it on YouTube. I hope you've enjoyed the Mystery Make It Together. I think it's fun to follow along, and you don't know what you're going to end up with. But to me, it's always fun to do that, and then I can be creative from there and make it my own. So thank you so much for watching. Trudy, if you're still on, thank you for being here. And until next Thursday, I'll say have a great weekend. Bye.